G'day everyone, Brian here again. Continuing on with about this series of worst Japanese whiskies, and let's get on to the other big gun, if you will, of Japanese whiskies producers, Nikka. And again, no particular order. I'll put the link in with the full list of whiskies I've tasted and the ratings. It'll also show you other ones I didn't do any full tasting notes on, which are on the Black No Buy Again list. Maybe there's some ones in here that you might find surprising as well. Anyway, Nikka Super. I think some people like this. Anyway, nose, a bit spirity. Kind of reminds me of those middle of the road Scotch blends my parents used to drink. Some stewed apples, bran, straw and glue. Not bad, but not special either. Palate, fairly smooth and clean, very malty. Peanut shells, chocolate, bran, oranges and glue. Glue's a funny one because sometimes you get some glue notes in some really good rums, but it kind of works. Depends what else is going on in the mix. Finish, medium length with malt, spice and uncooked rice. Last word, this is a pretty straightforward blend that would go well with ice on a warm day or with your favourite mixer. Now, the last time I saw this for sale in Australia it was like $110 a bottle, and that was a while back. But at a rating of 74 out of 100, certainly not going to go and get one when I can get some pretty good scotches for that here. Next up in the Nikka's worst whiskies. Nikka Black 8-year-old, ringing in at 40% ABV. Nose, malt, roasted corn, light oak, caramel, varnish and a little perfumey. Palate, smoky malt, caramels, bubblegum, honey oats and some lime. I love these old notes I used to write. Reminds me of old Peter Jackson books, you know, with all the flowery, wafty notes you read from some people these days that just go on forever. His notes were very concise and to the point. You could probably pick up just from the fundamentals whether you'd like that whiskey or not, or as with your style. Finish, short on malt and caramels, then grassy with some smoke. And final word, fairly simple blend, more suitable for cocktails or as a mixer than drinking neat. That one got 75 out of 100 according to my rating. Okay, next up, Nikka Aging Triple Blended Malt at 40% ABV. Gameplay. Nose, quite simple on pears, green apple, lemon, malt, freshly cut timber and yeast. A little waxy. Reminds me of Glenmorangie No Age Statement. Not thinking of whether Glenmorangie No Age Statement, what do they call it? Classic malt or something these days. Might have been okay, might remind me of that. I was trying to think, that might be a bit better now, I don't know. Palate, slightly better, flat sprite, pears, freshly cut timber, malt, pepper and grapefruit. Finish short on timber, like fresh cut timber, pepper, grapefruit and malt. Last word, the label says it is blended with new type malt whiskey. If that means young, it certainly tastes it, because I don't really know what it means. And that one got a 69 out of 100 rating. Okay. Oh yes, this sells for quite a bit of money too these days. And I think it's just the bottle again. Nikka Whiskey Grand Age Blend. I always love these, you know, Grand Age. It's like that little clickbaity stuff on labels. Superior, Grand Age, Imperial, all this sort of nonsense. Nose, very oaky. Maybe there is some old whiskey in it. Varnish, toffee, bran and hay. Not particularly inviting. Palate, I said it improves on the nose. The oak tones down and there's lots of sweet spice, quite nutty. Also, clingy mouthful, feel some ginger ale. Finish is toffee and ginger ale. The oak makes a big return, but a little too big, unfortunately. the spicy sweetness remains. So not that well balanced, and a ton of oak tannins. Yeah, I can taste these whiskies even after all these years when I start reading these notes again. Exactly what they tasted like on the palate, more so than just the notes. And that was a rating of 72 out of 100. Next up on Nikka's worst whiskies of all time. Nikka Malt 100, the anniversary, aged 12 years. And they did an anniversary series as well of different single malts and a blend as well, which were, some of them are quite good. This is a different bottling, as you will see from the picture. And they were cask strength. This was 40% ABV. And on the nose I've got oak, engine oil, a little dry sherry, orange, cola and caramels. Palate a little oily, cola and caramels, some raspberry, nutmeg and licorice. Finish short with the flavours of the palate and dying to dry oak. Short. The rating of that one, 72 out of no buy again 100. Okay, what do we got here? I'm going to finish up with this one on the Nikka list, and again there will be more. Just check out that link. Ones I think you should avoid at least. Nose. Sorry, forgot to read the title. It's the Yoichi Single Malt Manzanilla Cask Finish. 48% ABV, one of those special releases where they did a Yoichi and a Miyagikyo pairing of different finished whiskies. Sherry, this is the nose, sherry, oak, shoe polish, matchbox, grapefruit, apple core and peppermint. Palate, I want to taste this. Sorry, Trait Bar, can't remember which one. Actually, it might have been Bar Cherry in Chichabu, from memory, a little while back. Palate, matchbox, coal fire, ash, hay, grappa and horse stables. For me, quite a strange funk to the palate, and not in an appealing way. Finish, grappa, horse stables, or in general just farmy. Boiled eggs, quite bizarre. And the last word is a little wordy. Every now and again a distillery's house style and cask type clash. This is one of them, and I would never recognise this as a Yoichi whiskey. Like the Miyagikyo, guess I didn't like the Miyagikyo either. Miyagikyo Manzanilla Cask Finish, my least favourite of those I've tasted in the series, being inferior in my opinion to both the Moscatel and Portwood finishes, and I would have had some other ones as well since then, so inferior to those as well. I haven't tasted too many duds from Yoichi, but this one is possibly the worst. 76 out of 100. That may well be my worst rating for any Yoichi single malt. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's Nikka's worst Japanese whiskies of all time that I've tasted. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Not sure which brand I'm going to pick, but thanks for watching and bye for now.